Hey guys, welcome back to Impractically Practical. We are here on one of our weekly episodes.
What is up? What is up?
Practically Practical. Big shout out to my boy Zeke. Just left the studio. Left us this badass new logo behind us, behind the guests. So, hey, big shout out. Zeke. Follow him, Z_and creative on Instagram. I asked him for something very simple. He came back here with this and said, hell no, I ain't no simple motherfucker.
Yeah, and then we're going to have him on the podcast in a couple weeks, so he definitely wanted to make sure his work spoke for itself. So excited to have him on in a little bit. What's up, Gus? How you feeling, man? You look quiet
This
today.
sign shits on your last fucking sign, honestly. Dude, this is way better.
Easily.
Yeah, no, he got down on it. Well, he made my last one, so don't talk
He's
shit about that.
He's an overachiever because he didn't have to do the lights like that.
No, he didn't.
You know what I mean?
He didn't do any of that. So that tells you what kind of business person he is, guys. So you guys need closing gifts. You need any type of gifts. Anything for your home decor. Does all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Check him out.
Yeah, so he actually started out just doing like crafts, right? And then he got into the real estate game, but he still does everything else. Right?
Sponsored by Z and Creative. So today, guys, today is gonna be a shorter than usual. We're gonna start doing these weekly podcasts. So we're gonna have two segments. It's gonna be on Tuesdays. We're gonna have we'll find a name for this, but we're gonna be posting these on Tuesdays, where it's just kind of a clip on with it might be us three every time. Sometimes Gus might be here, sometimes he might not. Adrian might not be here. Sometimes shit, for all I know, maybe I won't be here sometimes. But it's gonna be a weekly thing where we talk about weekly headlines or anything that's going on around either nationwide, statewide, countywide, citywide, small to big. We'll talk about sports. We'll talk about whatever there is to talk about. So if you guys have any ideas, anything you guys want to hear about, anything, we might talk real estate. We might talk mortgage. Talk about a little bit about everything that's going on around us. And so today we'll be talking about sports. We'll be talking about rain and flooding, what's going up in Merced County. We're going to be talking about the CPI inflation report. We're going to be talking about the eggflation report.
What?
Inflation, eggflation.
Wait a minute.
We're going to be talking about the IRS getting rid of income taxes, which is, good and bad for some, good for some, bad for some. But let's go ahead and get started with sports, fellas. We got a Eagles fan. Guess you can call him an Eagles fan. He's been an Eagles fan for a whole 2 months, maybe.
That's the third team.
I wonder what's next. You know how there's data. We learned today that there's data to everything. So kind of like on average, I wonder if we can go back and look at the data and figure out what team he's gonna go for next. That'd be crazy. That'd be something interesting to look into.
You know what's funny? That's what people try and do. They try to deflect. The real topic of the conversation
is facts. It's facts.
Are the Cowboys
facts?
Facts.
Not a deflection. Facts.
It's a deflection. You guys are targeting my.
Not only that, but there's witnesses that knew you were a different fan.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, that too. But you were a fan for other teams, and there's witnesses, and there's people that saw you with.
Look, you guys are, like I said, you guys are deflecting. You guys are missing the point here. The real question is: are the Chargers going to beat the Jags? Are the Cowboys going to beat the Bucks? I just want you to know Tom Brady is 7-0 against Dallas. So
well, we're gonna have a serious, civilized conversation here. My opinion, will the Chargers beat the Jags? Let's start with that one because I think that's tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
tomorrow night,
prime time. Okay, let's go in order. 10 a.m. game tomorrow. Who's that? Bills Dolphins.
Saturday tomorrow.
Yes.
So it looks like the first game. I'm just gonna go here based off this. So
shit! But if we're gonna post this Tuesday, then we're gonna know results already.
It's okay. It's okay. Seahawks, Niners. So the spread is San Francisco minus 9.5.
Yeah, I want Gino to pull the.
Well, I mean, the biggest question is can Brock Purdy, really play it off under playoff pressure?
So far,
right?
he's playing really good.
No, he's playing excellent
really
football.
Good. Yeah.
But of course, playoffs are different.
we all know regular season ain't the same thing.
Yeah.
And then did you guys hear Pete Carroll's response? It was like, well, shit, we're playing the Niners, We're going to do the best we can do.
Yeah. I don't think he sounds very, very convinced that they could do anything to him. Plus, we all know the Niners are fucking dangerous. So
their defense, I think, is the most important one. It's like, it's just not the offense of, putting Purdy into perspective. It's also the defense that wins championships. So.
Yeah, I even seen Nick Wright or on whatever channel he's on, but there were two guys who were giving the Niners that they're going to win by 16 or 20 points because he said this is one of the best teams they've had. in a long time.
If they had Jimmy or Trey Lance, which even with Trey Lance, I'd be a little more nervous. But if they had Jimmy, I would confidently say like they're going to get to Super Bowl. I think the pressure tomorrow is going to determine big time who Purdy is, right? If he wins tomorrow, but he won because the defense just shut down the Seahawks and Purdy looks like shit, that's going to be a problem, right?
Yeah.
But we all know that the Niners are a systematic team.
Yeah, and
so
but also the defense is capable of carrying, just like they carried Jimmy all the way to the Super
yeah,
Bowl.
but Jimmy, I've always said he's a really good system quarterback, though. Like he's a game manager, right? And so far, like we said,
so
Purdy has been pretty good.
Exactly, they're pretty good.
Anyway, so we'll move on to the next game.
So Chargers, Jaguars, it's a good one. Spread, check out the spread. Vegas doesn't lie, right? Chargers,
They do.
Chargers, minus 2.5, minus 2.5.
I think the Chargers take it.
That's
I
Barely.
And I say that because I think Herbert is a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. But I also would not be surprised if it went the other way.
You guys ended up losing two key players, right?
You guys are missing.
We faced them already in regular season, and we got our ass kicked.
Who-
Now, we did not just lose; we got our ass kicked.
Who are you guys missing from the defense? Williams or who was?
No, that's our wide receiver. Yeah, he got hurt. Well, that's another freaking one of the stupid calls, and I'm really mad at the coaching and really mad at the offensive plays.
You should let him know.
I hope that my voice is heard through this podcast and it reaches them, but. I really think that Coach Staley, a lot of people like him, a lot of people dislike him, and I think that some people like him because he is not afraid to go for it. You know what I mean? He's not afraid to go fourth and one. Let's do it. We never had that on our coaching.
He's aggressive.
He's very aggressive, and I believe that, and to a certain extent, it's good. But last game, right? Against the Broncos. He did not have to play the starters. He didn't. It was a pointless game. He did not have to show out the way he did. And I don't think it
didn't start a pointless game, right? Like in the beginning it mattered, but then somebody was getting smashed.
No, it didn't matter before.
At all?
No,
so
it didn't matter at all.
Yeah, they were locked in the whole
Win
time.
or lose, we were locked in.
5th seed.
So
I'll go for it.
are you fucking done over there with your little buns?
All right. Anyways, yeah. So
Anyway,
it didn't matter. He fucking played him, and then now we got two people hurt: Bosa and Bosa and Mike Williams. And I think that's one of the things that kind of hunted us down the whole season. That it was just more of a lot of injuries when it came to the offense and the defense. And we finally get Bosa back. We finally get Mike Williams back. He played him, and they got hurt. His motive behind it was that he needed to have the momentum, kind of like beat the Broncos in the last game, and kind of have the momentum and keep going, and have everybody kind of freshed up and not take that week rest. But I think that maybe a quarter, 2 perhaps, but not almost a whole freaking game.
One thing I will say on that same topic, then we'll move on to the next game. Unless you have something to say about it. So one thing I will say about that though is that the Broncos are going to be bad next year. I think, and they're going to be good. I think we expected too much from Russell Wilson, right? So the expectation was way too fucking high. But you give him a year,
unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited. Now, I mean, you like typically see that in the first year, right? New team, new coach, new organization.
Yeah.
And from what I understood, I mean, the Broncos have always had like a whatever management. But yeah, no, it's typically in that second year he's gonna kill it. I think they're gonna get a new head coach. I think they were talking about Sean Payton or someone else. But yeah, either way, I've always been a huge Russell Wilson fan.
yeah, me too.
From the way he carries himself to just how he plays on the field, and he's always like number one for like getting
Dangerous.
sacked, right? He's always like number one, number two for like getting rushed. There we go. All right, next game. Guess the Buffalo and Buffalo Bills and the Dolphins spread.
Bills.
Guess the spread.
Yeah.
No, that's like
Negative
10?
Negative 10.
13.
13.
Yeah, they got 13.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah.
No Tua. No Tua turned the ball over.
Yeah.
That's easy. So Giants, Vikings spread. Minnesota. They only favored 3 points. I think this is gonna be a really good game
That's
too.
going to be a good game, yeah.
For Daniel Jones and the crew.
Danny Dimes, I think Jettas just goes off.
And Kirkle Chains.
Nah, well, it depends who shows up. Kirk Thuggins or Kirk Cousins.
All right. And then Ravens, Bengals, Cincinnati with the 9.5. Just because
is Lamar playing?
No,
Did they already officially say?
Yeah, no, he's not playing.
Damn.
Yeah, so Backstory for those you want to know, I think so. Lamar Jackson hasn't got paid his contract. He was in negotiations since the beginning of the season, and that continued to unwind. Baltimore don't want to pay. Most likely, I think next year he's either going to get traded for Justin Fields or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
You think he'll go to Chicago?
No. There's a bunch of different scenarios. He can go to the Colts. I think it was Colts, Bears, Jets, a lot of different teams.
Yeah. And then we move on
to Cowboys Bucks. Dallas only has a 2.5 spread.
Yeah, well, we're playing fucking Brady.
He's 7-0. From what I've heard, 7-0 against.
Never in the playoffs though.
Wait, Dallas is -2. You said?
Yeah, they're favored.
Cowboys are your favorite.
Cowboys are favored 2.5.
Well, it's because in our reality, like we all want to talk shit about the Cowboys or whatever, you know. But if we're talking serious, here before you talk shit, let's have a serious conversation before we talk shit. Okay. In our reality, we should beat them. We have a better defense. We have a more explosive offense.
Don't say quarterback.
We don't know.
Thank you.
I would never say that about Brady.
I don't have to say anything else anymore. That's it.
It's all right though. So, anywho, Brett Favre threw more picks than Dak has thrown this year, but everyone called him elite. Oh, but Dak does it, and it's a problem. Okay, so shut up. Anyway,
let's not get into that, please.
Yeah. Okay. All I'm saying is we should beat them, talent wise, team wise, and you know everything. We should beat them, but it's fucking Brady in the playoffs. There's not one player in history that has more fucking experience and more wins than Brady. And everyone knows regular season and postseason are two different sports.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what makes me nervous. But should we beat them? Of course. Will we beat them? I don't know. I don't know how confident I am on that 2.5.
That's going to be a good game.
Yeah,
it is. I think the Chargers and the Cowboys game is going to be the best games in the playoffs. This week.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Cowboys, Chargers, and the Giants.
Giants is gonna be badass because I think it's gonna be high scoring.
Yeah,
but yeah.
And then so the Eagles are. Oh, they got the bye week. Never mind.
Fuck. He had to throw that in
this
there.
Fucking.
All right. Next topic. What do we want to talk about?
What are we done to talk about? How you guys been? How'd you guys like today's little thing in the morning? The little powwow we had.
Yeah. So today, guys, you guys will find out obviously, but we had like a little. We're invited to a mastermind with Nelson. We actually met some guy named Andy. I don't know his last name. Andy Zamora.
Andy Loans.
Andy Home Loans. He actually has his own mortgage company called Next Gen. And yeah, we came down. I think it was a mastermind. It wasn't even scripted. No agenda. Really just, how do you call it?
Well, I didn't even know. I thought because we have a book club, and we were supposed to meet up, and I literally thought we were gonna talk about the book. Even Justo said,
"Yeah, that shit was
hey,
funny."
I came to.
So it was funny because Andy was like, "Hey, I like doing this every time when it's a small group. Let's go around and all of us introduce ourselves."
Yeah.
So everyone's introducing themselves, right? And then Justo's like, "My name is Justo, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here." Because he was going there with the impression of reading a book.
We thought we were getting what is it called? Recruited.
It was a recruiting event. All of us are loan officers.
We thought it was a
an AA meeting.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Gus, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Gus. No, it was a cool experience, though.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah.
Hey, like on that topic of what we were talking about, there is like I like being in those rooms, dude. Like, you know, but I love what he said when he said if you're gonna what did he say? If you're gonna, oh come on. He said something up, like level up, but he said if you're gonna compete up.
Compete
Don't
up,
like
down. Yeah.
That don't compete down. Like don't put yourself in a room where you're the best and want to compete with them. Like no, go compete with people that are better than you. It'll make you better.
Yeah. And, I mean, and I guess Edgar also threw in the sense that he's always the biggest gorilla in the room, right?
I got it from your brother, bro.
You sound like Cinderella when she got to the ball.
How's she sound?
Come on, guys. What if we have some young listeners, guys? Come on.
There is no fucking way that a young I literally click on not made for kids.
Good. Oh, okay, perfect.
Good.
Yeah. So
but no, it was
a cool experience.
It was good. It was a lot of, and I feel like in our industry and what we're doing and what we listen to and what we read and stuff like that is it's the same thing over and over again, and it's very, very repetitive. But I think that we need to be reminded of where we need to be, and it's shit that we know.
It's simplistic, right? Like
But
Adrian said.
you just have to put it in front of your face and be like, look, you say you're going to do this. You say you're about this. This is what it's all about. Do this.
You need to get told by someone else. You need the reassurance, even though you know it's so common sense and it's like even the newest agent should know that you need to do this.
Yeah.
but you kind of fall away from it. Let's take it as simple as our little challenge that we have going, right? Like we made it. We were hella strict on it last week. And then beginning of this week, we and I'm not saying we're not going to the gym, we're not doing cardio. I'm still doing the same thing, but none of us are posting about it no more. You know what I mean? And so like you sit, and then little by little, less and less, and then one day you're like, fuck it, no one's posting. I'm not gonna do cardio today. And if we translate that into business, it's the same thing. Let's say we start to tell each other like, hey, I could put that on camera, right?
Be careful with your word.
I'm gonna take that word out. I'm gonna mute it. These fucking boop. I'm gonna put the little beep. Anyway, yeah. So if you translate that into business, like we have the call night that we're saying we're gonna start doing, Adrian. So we're gonna have to start doing weekly call nights, and then let's say we for whatever reason make an excuse and don't do it one week, then you don't do it the next week, and you don't do it the next week, and then by before you know it, you just stop it. Yeah. And so that's something that we don't want to do.
That's a perfect example. Though. Let me try to remember real quick. It's a perfect example because we were here a week ago and we told everybody that we're going to do it. And what happened is we at the end of the day we understood we had people in our group chat who weren't even doing it, but we wanted them to be a part.
He threw a rock at you, son.
Let me finish. We actually wanted them to be a part of the process and still get inspired by us doing all these things. But as the days kept going and we seen it was just literally me and you and then Justo and
Renee.
We seen limited participants. Yeah, but sometimes even like
they would forget to post or whatever.
So 100%. It was just kind of like it was a 3-man group with 6 people in it. So
let's move on to business. Let's move on to the biz. The biz.
This guy always has too much fun with that shit.
Hey, well, I can use it right now.
Those fucking buttons.
Hey, for you guys that are still all here, these are going to be fun like this, The ones where we're interviewing people, that'll be more sophisticated and, try to keep it professional. Right now, we're going to be fucking around. We're going to be talking shit. And I guess this is a good time to throw this in here, guys. We don't get paid for this. This is literally us putting time and effort, money into stuff like this. If you guys like what we're doing here, if you guys having fun with us, send it to your friend, send it to 2 friends. And just tell them, hey, take a listen to this. I think you might like it. And then, get us some recognition. Let us get spread around.
Hear us out while you're driving, Instead of listening to the radio station, just put something on and entertain.
You might just learn something.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the learning. Inflation report is down, Adrian, from 7.1 to 6.5. Is this, what do you think about it?
I mean, I guess
how does it directly affect mortgage rates?
So okay, let's start there. I actually wanted to go over what CPI even means. You know what CPI means? Like how it's even the report is created?
No, enlighten me.
Enlighten you? Mm-hmm. Okay, so
Chris Paul interjects. Huh?
What?
I don't know.
No, it means consumer price index. But I'm saying like how is it even measured?
I know.
So it's a measure of the average change in prices over time in a fixed market of goods and services. So it takes all, like it says, the goods and services of the this is obviously the month of it. The one that just came out was for the month of December.
Oh, okay.
So it's for the month of December. And it takes an average of, all these goods and services, and it came out to 6.5. So are we still in inflation? Yes. But it's lower than
it's down
the previous month. It's down from
month.
7.1. And, I actually posted this on my story, and I got a bunch of feedback that says, hell no, inflation is not coming down. Like, what do you mean? I'm still paying $100 every time I go to the grocery store for like 10 things. Eggs are skyrocketing. We can talk about that a little bit more right now. Eggflation, inflation.
So to put it into perspective, it doesn't mean, we'll go back to what I said a while back when I was saying about the appreciation in homes. It doesn't mean that they're depreciating. It doesn't mean that there's no more inflation and prices are coming down. It just means it's slowed down. So if shit went up by $2 last month, this month they went up by 1.5, $1.50 or whatever, $1.75. That's all it means. It don't mean... Because everyone will take it, Adrian's full of shit. He fucking posted about it. It's like, dude, fucking relax and do your research before you want to talk shit. You know what I mean? But on that same note, how does it directly affect mortgage rates? You guys have to understand that mortgage rates follow everything. They follow the stock market. They follow the Fed rate. They follow literally
the Treasury.
Yes, everything. Like everything you can think of that has to do with finances or the economy or whatever. Joe always talks about this. A good day in the stock market is a bad day in rates. And a bad day in the stock market is a good day in rates because, whatever. Anywho, what I'm getting at is that what it did to the rates is it went down by over 0.25% in some loan programs. Now, it's going to get hard to kind of really say how much because there's different loan programs, there's different, just in general, you can get different credit scores or whatever. But I think the average. Well, let's talk Cal Hafa because that's kind of what I like. I like going off of Cal Hafa because they kind of follow what the average rate does, right? So average rate does something, then Cal Hafa does it the next day, and so or within hours, right? And so Cal Hafa rate went from 6.125 to 5.75 to yesterday dropping to 5.625.
5.625.
So you're talking about half a percentage in about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's huge, guys. That's like $250 a month, depending on your loan amount. You know what I mean?
And some deals fell out of escrow because of the hype jump. So now it's like, now it's kind of coming down. So it kind of sucks because a lot of people kind of lost out, and now the rates are back where they're.
Yeah. So to give our small take on it, we heard this today with Fernando. We heard Craig talk about this on his podcast that he also predicted that by May of 2023 rates would be down. Right. And from what we looked at today in the statistics and data, it does look like that. Right. Yeah. Now, you might catch it on a bad week and have to lock your interest rate when it has a little jump. But if you look at time over time in the next few months, I think we'll see like at least an eighth every month drop down. So I'm not saying we're going to get to 3% again, guys. I'm sorry. We told you guys this 2 years ago that it was historic and we were probably not going to see it again. None of you motherfuckers believed us. And here we are today wishing you would have bought in 2020.
And right now people are like, when it was like a 6.5 and people were like, fuck, can I at least get a 5?
Yeah. Dude, 7.5.
I'm like, shit.
I saw.
You had the opportunity to buy at the 3s, the 4s. And now people are okay with the 5s. But then again, times change.
So we'll move on to eggflation and then we'll touch on the flooding and stuff like that. So eggflation, right? We know that eggs are getting crazy expensive.
Wait, you know what? I feel like we should take a step back a little bit, just because I seen a report the other day that came out that says, so Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, one of them, right? So they do provide what is it, like 90% of the loans, right, in the U.S. So they are predicting for it to go as low as 4.3 in 2023. Some are saying 5 point whatever, low 5s, 4.5, but
for a 30-year traditional.
For 30-year traditional, yeah. So that gives us a good indication on where everyone's head is at. And so keep in mind that I did have someone ask me, hey, so what does that mean for home prices, right? So typically, if we see the interest rates go down to as low as 4.3, 4.5, I think Nelson even said this, like we might even see a bidding war start again, right?
Yeah.
So, I had that conception also until today. It was an interesting perspective as to credit card debt and the amount of people that can save right now. So that kind of goes against that, because how are you going to get into a bidding war where no one has money?
Yeah. Okay. But now, so
yeah, that chart was crazy, right?
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
The depth. And stuff.
They literally did an X.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Yes. So what it was a personal savings rate. So pretty much how many Americans have savings in their bank account, and you pretty much saw that depleting.
How much of their income
can
they save?
2%.
Yeah, it's like 2.4%,
dude.
2.4%.
Out of the average American saves 2%.
That means that if you're making $1,000 a week, guys, you're only saving what, $2 or $20?
It was 2%, so 2,000 of 2% of 2,000.
I think it's $20
out of $100.
1,000. Out of 100, it's 20. No, out of 100 is 2.
So
$2. So it's $20. $20. So if you're making $1,000 a week, that means that the average American can only save $20.
Yeah,
that is insane.
And obviously we're not sure where these reports are obviously accumulative of the entire U.S. So obviously it would be good if there was one on just California. But at the end of the day, this is what real everyday Americans are feeling, right? Their pockets are hurting. And then I also showed a comparison of the credit card debt going up, right?
Yeah. So let's sum it up, because again, these are supposed to be short. So pretty much to sum it up is everyone's still living the same lifestyle, right? Like that's why they're saying we're not in a recession, because people are still giving their mortgage payments, people are still giving their car payments, people are still going out to eat. The economy's still going. The reason for that is because credit cards.
Yeah.
So we saw statistics today and data that
stimulus checks also
that was why they were able to save, right?
Yeah, no one was going out.
So people were saving money because of all this money, because of everything that was given to us by our wonderful president. And then You good?
Oh, great dude.
I'm good.
You choking on water over there?
My boy Gus. 2 words. Made in America.
Anyway, we got a bunch of money given to us, so it was easier to save money, right? And then the savings that you had, and then credit card debt was at all-time low. Historic lows in 2020, 2021. And then now we're at historic highs and historic lows for savings. So it literally did this. You know what I'm saying? So just to sum that up, like, guys, I don't know if I think I hear Bradley say this all the time whenever they ask him, are we in a recession? He was like, who's we? you and the turd in your pocket? Like, so a recession is a mental thing, obviously, honestly. Yes, yes, there's recessions, there's this, whatever. But, you guys have heard that story of the hot dog vendor, right? The guy,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So should I say it real fast?
I think I think you said it before.
Okay, so anyway, yeah, like it's what you make of it, right? Is a glass half full or half empty?
Yeah.
Okay.
And back to interest rates though. So like let's say we don't have a bidding war, there's still a possibility of, for example, if a buyer, if it's important for him to get closing costs, but he's waiting for interest rates to go down. Now, maybe if there's, various offers on the table, and now one is asking at asking price, now is no longer are you going to be able to ask for those closing costs help?
Yeah.
But now you're in a different market where maybe that market was like a 5-6% interest rate, where that was a market for you, right?
It's very important to understand that like, guys, you can literally refinance whenever you want. Well, rule of thumb is about 4 to 6 months after you close.
Equity, of course.
And you have to have somewhat of equity. But what I'm saying is, if you're not
why 6 months?
Well, to be honest with you, I told you because as a loan originator, you get charged back any commissions and any processing and underwriting fees and stuff like that. You got to pay it back to the servicer. But there's also rule, like your servicer can also have rules against it to where you can possibly even get charged yourself. So that goes very servicer specific. I can't really say that that's the rule of thumb, but either way, you typically won't see like we're February. And then 4 months later, we're 2% down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it might not even be worth it for you to refinance because now you're paying closing costs again. You're not dropping your payment enough.
And the reason why I ask is because some people actually do ask that question a lot. Like, can I refi right away? And especially right now with the interest rates going up. Like, what if it drops next month? What if it drops to like the low 4s? Like, can I refi then? And
if it's any of my clients, drop them in a ditch, take them out 4 months from now.
Got it. Okay, perfect.
But anyway, it's really important to understand, guys. Adrian hit the nail on the head. Like, right now is the best time to buy because, okay, even if we only appreciate at 3.5 to 5% here in California, right? For the next year, 2 years, 3 years, that's still more than today, guys. Stand that, right? Yeah. So whatever you're gonna buy at today is the lowest price you will buy for the next couple years. Okay, today you can get closing cost help. Right? Oh my God, my interest rate is going to be 5.5%, 5.75%, 6%. Guys, refinance. 6 months to a year from now, if we are at what you're saying, the 4.3, and it makes sense, and you talk to a financial advisor, you talk to your loan officer, and they tell you, hey, dude, yeah, your payment's going to drop. You're going to extend 6 months. Who cares? Your payment drops $200. Blah 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 blah. It makes sense. Then fucking refinance. But stop. Oh, I'm going to wait. This is what's stupid to me, and you can tell I'm a little pissed off about it because 2 years from now, rates were 2.75. Gus, what did you refinance to? If you don't mind sharing.
2.6 or 2.5?
2.25, wasn't it?
2.25. Yeah.
2.25, bro. What in the world?
Yeah.
Right? And rates are 2.25 2 years ago, and we're telling people, hey guys, buy a house. It's the best time to buy. Rates are low. This will never happen again. People were qualifying, dude, making like $5,000 a month for like a $400,000 house.
And then some people be like, but then I'm going to pay $10,000 more. But I'm like, look, dude, you're getting the house at a 2%.
Dude, full transparency here. My payment on my house is less than $2,200. Okay? And I bought it for $400,000. My house today is probably worth closer to $500,000. Okay? And with today's rate, the payment, I ran it the other day just to get a perspective on it. $4,200.
You compared to 2,200?
To 2,200
with the rates.
Like, come on, dude.
Yeah. Like I said, we just really need that visual, right? Today we had that mastermind. The visual was like, wow, exponentially.
And speaking on that visual, there was something that stood out for me. And a lot of people say, well, you know what? I don't want to buy, blah, blah. Understand that we live in Kern County, right? Kern County, especially Bakersfield. Bakersfield is a special market. It's different than all of California, I would say. And in the chart, I noticed that in 2022, 2,200 families or buyers bought from LA, from out of town. They bought here.
Yeah, that was crazy, huh?
I know, yeah. So seeing the actual number that there's people that are, they're relocating to Bakersfield. So what does that do to you? Or not even relocating. What if half of those are investors? fucking buttons, dude. Take that shit away.
From him, please.
Anyway, so what if out of those 2,200, buyers, half of them are investors, and now you're gonna rent a freaking house from an investor because you didn't buy that house?
Yeah, that's what. And I'll bring up one of the topics that I brought up at the mastermind, and then I think we should move on. But, people think that this is like it can't happen. This has never been seen in the world or in the history of California or whatever, Bakersfield, Kern County. There's no way that there's no jobs that can get us to pay for that. And what is it that they say? Like the average income here is this, and if the houses go up to this, there's no affordability. Go to the fucking Bay Area. Go to Salinas. Go to Oxnard. Go to Santa Maria, where people are still picky. They're still in agriculture. They're still picking, strawberries and stuff like that. They're still making minimum wage, but houses are $600,000 to $1 million. A little fucking 1,500 square foot home is $1 million. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's seen. We've seen it. It just hasn't came to Bakersfield yet. Okay, I had a few families that were coming and they were trying to get pre-approved with me, and they're like, "Hey, dude, yeah, like," and they made decent money, right? They made about, I want to say like $6,000, right? And they come here and they're like, "Hey, dude, like, we have to find work here, but even if I take a pay cut, like because of the price of living out there, like I don't care, like the only way to buy a house in those areas is to like share it and rent your garage,
2 families.
So like, hey, dude, hey Gus, it's impossible for us to buy a house. How about we just buy it together and we'll rent the garage to Adrian?
Shit, at that point, like, you're not even getting your privacy.
That's like renting a fucking apartment.
Yeah.
Oh, now you own the apartment, right? It's just, guys, it can come here, and the chances are it is. If you guys, Eric told me this one time. Bakersfield is getting all of their engineering plans, like the freeways and stuff, from LA and from Fresno and from like Sacramento and those areas. Why? Because they know we're expanding. We're gonna get that big. It's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. And so if you don't take advantage of it today, you're gonna be renting for the rest of your life. And you're gonna be paying somebody else's dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At the end, obviously, we're all in real estate, but at the end of the day, if it's something that you're considering, something you're interested in, get a plan going, talk to somebody, and if you want to become a homeowner soon, then you can do it real quick.
I want to say it's more people in the business that are watching us though than actual like. Well, I mean, you're still a consumer or whatever, but it's more people that are in some type of business. And guys, one piece of advice I could say, and I've been working on it heavily, is just get informed. Be the smart person. Be the guy that is knowledgeable of everything that's going on.
Be the source.
And like be the guy that people call. Even if they don't use you, they know you're the smart guy.
The connector.
One of my wife's cousins said something funny on Nathan's birthday. We were all outside at the end when everybody had taken off already, and then he brought something up, and he asked me a question. I was like, "Oh, you just do this, do that." He's like, "Yeah, bro, we have a little thing that we say within the family." And I was like, "Well," he's like, "that if we don't know something, we just call you and you'll know." And that shit felt good, to be honest with you. Like it tooted my horn a little bit, but at the same time, that's how you know I'm doing my job right. Like I'm getting knowledgeable in every area because it'll someday suit you and serve you. You know what I mean?
Of course. Last thing about houses, and we can move on. But Fernando made a great point at that mastermind, and I saw it from one of his Instagram videos. Is whenever you just like be mindful when you watch the news, because they're going to give you reports right on across the nation,
level.
National news, national level. The houses are underwater. Shit, you start panicking. You're like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't buy a house right now. Houses are underwater, right? Edgar's going to put this little report right here, or right here somewhere, or over here. And
he's not.
Right here. But anyways, houses underwater, right? So I don't even know my states, but there's some states that are underwater. 5.1%, 6.7, just 2 out of the 50, right? Then you got a couple states that are 3.9, 3.4, 1.6% underwater. And let's look at California though. So California is only 0.6%. So California is actually has the fewest homeowners underwater in the U.S., right? So
do your research of where you live. Why am I gonna research?
And by underwater, you mean literally?
No, yeah. Like he's talking about Planada.
Oh, okay.
You have family in Planada, bro. Come on, you don't know how to act.
I'm not talking shit.
It's facts.
It's a fact. Planada is underwater right now.
All the way?
No, but let's move on to that. That worked out.
Yeah,
that worked out good. Hey, we storyline this bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, transitions.
Anyways, Prayers.
Oh, yeah, big time, big time. I didn't
know we out. I know.
Yeah, I didn't mean to make that a joke.
Yeah, I know we all saw that video with the drone flying over. I can't even imagine what we would
Can
do.
you put that as close to your mouth as you possible? Ooh.
Like this?
Yeah, it's because you have it too far.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, no, our thoughts and prayers to everybody in Planada. I do have family up there. My wife has family up there, and when I saw those videos, it kind of gives you like, oh damn, like we have a dam close? Here. That can happen. I mean, not that they had a dam that broke. Is that what happened? It was a river or something, right? Something happened. Point is, they're
overflown. Over
something. Yeah, they're flooded. I don't know how many feet, but I saw videos of like windows.
Shit, honestly, we got the creek right here next to us. So, I mean,
yeah, dude, we have the Lake Isabella Dam that can rupture at any day, and we're screwed. Well, we're not.
It's a Caliente Creek, right? Caliente Creek, or
it's Lake Isabella, no?
I don't know, somewhere else.
Anywho, yeah. So I think it's all connected somehow. But yeah, so thoughts and prayers to you guys. But let's talk about that, right? I mean, it's obviously we've gotten the most rain that we've had, and I don't know. Last year, I say this as a joke, but I think, like, for real, we had no more than like 2 to 5 days of rain last year, if I can remember correctly. And I think for the next couple of days, it's supposed to rain every day, right?
Next week, I think like 4 days.
Everything that's happened. Did you see like the Pebble Beach? How it's on the water as well? No, it's
Pebble
bad.
Beach?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, no, I swear. There's a video of some dudes that are golfing, and then that fool's like, oh damn, look at this shit. And you know how Pebble Beach is pretty elevated?
Yeah.
Well, the water looks like it's just an ocean. Like it's just
Holy
like
shit,
like like
that.
it's like a, what do you call it? Like a, I don't know, lost my train of thought. But anyway, and then big old wave comes, and they take off running, and when he puts the camera down, all the water's on their feet. So it's bad.
Wow.
And so we got in all this rain. And before I hand it over to you guys, tell me what your guys' take on this kind of stuff is. One comment I do want to say is it must be a hard time to be a politician in California. It goes against their agenda.
Why is that, Edgar?
The drought.
I was actually gonna bring that up. I was looking at news stories right now.
Elaborate.
I was looking at news stories and they say California's historic rainfall is still not enough to
it's funny that's their headlines
to like reverse the drought. Like, bro,
like
focus on
be positive, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're finally getting some rain. We're moving in the right direction to end our drought. Nope, it's not enough, guys. I know you guys thought it was, but it's not.
But then again, the news focus on all the negative shit.
Yeah,
you never really hear good news on the fucking news. That's a sad reality about our news.
They want headlines, bro. They want clickbait. They want people to be watching. They
want people to panic.
Yeah, they're fear based. They want everybody to be so scared they have to go log back in to see what the next thing was.
Yeah.
If there's one word of advice we can say in regards to the news, don't watch it. Do your research.
I don't watch it.
Do your due diligence.
Watch it. Take it with the grain of salt, and just still do your homework on the side if there's anything you really want to get.
I'd rather just not watch it. Do my research anyway.
Yeah. I don't like watching TV in particular. More or less fucking news.
No, but yeah, this definitely rain is, I guess, is a concern. Especially around California.
But hey, a lot of farmers are loving that though.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
Most farmers are loving that.
Who was this?
But at the end of the day, it's not really. It's more like a short-term countermeasure, right?
Yeah, but still, I mean, they're gonna have. They needed water.
Craig.
Obviously.
So the other day, me and Jose were in Craig's office when you were in the lobby, and he was telling us that, I don't know, I think Bass Lake, PG&E owns it. I think it was Bass Lake, but there's a certain lake that is owned by PG&E, and they always keep it pretty empty because they sell the water to the farmers. Can you believe that?
Really?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fucking utilities.
Oh my goodness, dude. They're so drowned in.
They don't have enough with just electricity. They have to now invest in.
Hey, the rich get richer. The rich get richer. The poor stay poor.
All right.
Speaking of rich and poor, taxes.
You want half? You can have half mine.
Uncle Sam.
I know you have a headline or something in front of you about taxes, about the.
Yeah. So the Republican Party are making a move to get rid of the IRS funding, or just IRS in general, right? And get rid of federal income taxes.
House Republicans vote to strip IRS funding following pledge to repeal nearly $80 billion approved by Congress. So we did hear, I think it was last week, where they voted to remove the funding of the 18,000 IRS IRS
Agents.
So I there's more to it, but obviously they want to replace the IRS with something else, a different kind of standard income tax, from what I understand. And who knows how do you say it? Who knows the effects of that?
Yeah. So not enough information has been provided to us so that we can actually like talk in depth about this subject.
But at the end of the day, it's just one of those moves that don't get passed, right? They like create noise, but if the majority is Democrats in the House, nothing's gonna get passed.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. So, but let's talk about what we're talking about. So, let's say it does or doesn't pass. I mean, what do you guys think about it? You for? You against it?
For it.
You for it?
For it.
Like I said, I just don't know what would be the alternative.
Let's just assume
like
that's the standard tax.
And like I was telling Edgar earlier, right? And like I'm for paying state tax. You know, I mean, we live in California, so I mean that's kind of it's okay. But then the federal level, you know what I mean? It's just I don't know. I just don't like taxes.
Here's my problem.
You get taxed. You know, you get paid. You get taxed. You go buy something in the store. You get taxed, and you know what I mean. And
here's my problem with that. Let me kind of reiterate what you said. I don't have a problem paying taxes for sure. Who's going to pay for our streets?
Yeah.
Who's going to pay for school?
Yeah.
Our government assistance. I'm nowhere near against any of that. I think if anything, healthcare should be free. I think that's one of the things that I could agree on.
Where's somebody going to come from, Edgar?
From our taxes. Okay, that's fine. Here's the thing. Do you think our tax dollars get distributed fairly?
No.
How many streets do you go through in Arvin that can break your rim?
All of them. Fuck. And speaking of fucking broken rim,
I
just got a flat tire last night for my car because of a fucking I hit a fucking dip.
How many streets in Lamont have sidewalks?
All right, now you're going to a person.
No. I'm just. It's who's gonna pay for it though?
Now you know what? They started to get some sidewalks.
I know. They're progressing. It wasn't.
I was too actually. I wasn't at my uncle's house there.
I wasn't at all talking shit. It was a real question.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, and so here's what I'm getting at. These congressmen, these political people, whatever they are called, I don't really care. I personally think their salaries are fair, but way too much money goes into the wrong pockets in the government illegally, right? I can't prove it. That's all I'm going to touch on that. But because of that, wait. Because of that, I'm not against paying taxes. We can pay taxes. That's fine. Like I said, we have stuff to pay for, and by all means, fine. But make it fair. I come to work 50, 60 plus hours a week. Okay? I do all that and then I get paid, right? I get my check. I get taxed on the money I earn, right? Okay, then I go spend it and buy a car.
And then you get taxed.
I get taxed when I buy that car.
You go to the grocery store.
Okay, no, well, you buy it. So you get taxed when you earn it. You get taxed when you spend it. You get taxed when you sell it. And then you get taxed at the end of the year again. Come on, guys. I thought tax money can't get taxed again.
Bet.
Yeah, so that's my problem with this.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, and again, if I think, and it's crazy to say this, but I didn't give a shit about it when I was a kid that just graduated high school and had my my little good job that I thought I had, and I was living life and I just getting by. I wasn't married, had no kids, had no real admirations, like to know what I even really wanted to do in life, And then, is that what we're doing here?
Go ahead. No, we're looking up news. Go.
I was looking at an article.
Unlock your phone and show me what you're looking at.
Look,
I'm just kidding. Anyway,
I was looking at this article. Speaking of where the money's going, right? Did you know that for the 9/11, right? Whenever the 9/11 happened, the attacks in the Pentagon and the Twin Towers, did you know that it was a day or days before that the federal government stated that there was how many trillions of dollars that they were not accounted for? $21 trillion that they could not account for where that money went. It was days before those attacks on the 9/11. And then 9/11 happened, and everybody forgot about all that stuff.
Bro,
but it was.
What are you trying to say?
Bro, not only that, and like the past 5 years, if you guys look it up, the past 5 years,
If it sounds like a duck,
Quacks
quacks like a duck,
quack.
then maybe
It's a duck.
or a chicken. You know?
Well, it might be a chicken.
A chicken?
Chicken with a sore throat.
Expensive chicken.
Chicken with a sore throat.
Hey,
Expensive chicken with expensive eggs.
If your girl wants to go somewhere expensive, take her to the supermarket right there in front of the eggs. There it is. Anyways, no, but did you know that
swing and a miss?
Did you know that the Pentagon actually the last 5 years it failed its audits, bro? Like they fucking the government don't even pay its own taxes. Like they've literally failed their audits.
Trump doesn't either.
Trump he does actually. He does pay his taxes. A report came out, bro.
Oh man, this is fun. I love it. I love it.
But yeah, honestly, that shit's it's all headlines, bro.
We got no control over what happens. That's why I say no matter what president we get, whether he's left, he's right, he's smart, he's Biden.
Life happens.
Yeah. We continue to move forward and we adjust to whatever's in office, and we got no choice, dude.
Is it important to stay educated though on who you're voting for and be
or just don't vote?
You should vote.
Does your vote matter?
Does your vote matter?
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I just
not in California. Won't ever turn.
I just think it's funny how we're just not holding the same standards for our current president.
Oh, of course not.
That's all I'm saying, man. Like, if you're gonna hate Trump because you hate the way he does the things, and then you vote
if you voted for Trump, you're racist to him.
But it's crazy that some people voted for Biden because they hated Trump. You know what I mean? Like that is not a reasonable reason why you should vote.
I ran into many circumstances where I was talking to somebody, and to be fair, guys, I'm not left, I'm not right. I didn't vote. Like, I'm be dead honest about it, right? So you can't point me in any direction. What I'm saying is I like logic behind decisions, right? So I talked to someone like, okay, who are you gonna vote for? Well, I just can't vote for Trump. Okay, so you're not gonna vote at all. No, I'm gonna vote, but I'm just not gonna vote for Trump. And I said, well, that's who's running. And at the time, I think Bernie Sanders was still in the mix. Then he just decides to just fall out, right?
No, so they pretty much kicked
him out. Okay, so anyway, which I like the guy. I like Bernie.
I like Bernie because he like really believes what he says.
But he was also free.
Yeah,
what is it?
Socialist? Yeah, socialism doesn't work.
Yeah. So anyway, so then this certain individual says, well, I just can't see myself voting for Trump. And I said, well, do you agree with Biden? I don't.
Like I told you last time, if you literally put Biden's policies or whoever's policies and this person's policies, but you cover the face, they're probably going to pick 80% of the time Trump's. And then, like, oh shit, what's Trump? Never mind. Let's.
Not Trump's, just the Republican side.
Yeah. I think
correct him.
But yeah. Well, anyway, okay. So I just think that Trump was just too brutal with his words, and he was just not professional.
He was straight up, dude. He had no filter.
And he's hated by more than half the country, I want to say. But he's fucking loved.
He's loved by
the other half.
Yeah, literally whenever Elon Musk put a poll, hey, should I reinstate Donald Trump back into Twitter? It was like 48 to 50, bro. Like it was crazy.
Half the country hates him, half the country loves him.
Yeah.
I don't think
there's no in between.
No, you either love him or hate him.
But I mean, then again too, Elon posted this thing like, hey, should I?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, he's like, hey, if you guys vote, I'm gonna get out of like being the head of Twitter.
Oh, step down, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna step down, and then it was a bunch of yeses, like step down. And he's like, hey, I was just testing the bots. Thanks, guys.
No, that's not what he said.
Yeah. Well, pretty much, he pretty much said that he wanted to see how much.
He has a way of twisting words.
No, he put
something like that.
No,
right?
I'll tell you exactly what it was because I was right.
Exactly?
I loved it. Exactly.
Okay.
So he posted. Go. Should I step down from like the head of Twitter? CEO. Right, and he put, I will for real like go by the results of this election.
Yeah.
And so then the majority voted yes, like step down. A day later, he posts, I due to the votes or whatever, the votes came in and I took in mail-in votes. So it turns out I won and I could stay. That shit was hilarious, dude. I was like, what a brilliant, really fucking brilliant. Hey, he probably in the last 6 months has turned into one of the most hated people.
Dude, honestly, it's pretty, like, he's a serious guy, but he's pretty funny. Like, you know,
bro, he has what we can't find right now. Eggs.
Love that guy.
No,
eggs. He has a lot of eggs.
No, that guy is he don't give a fuck. He bought Twitter. That guy, he can buy Twitter.
That guy is another fart.
He's another fart. And when they say, oh, well, did you know that his net worth went down? Dude, he went from 100 billion to fucking
from almost bankrupt
to 90 billion. He's happy as fuck. Yeah. Stop your shit. Anyway, let me go back to what I was saying. So this certain individual says, I can't see myself voting for Biden. I mean, sorry for Trump, so I'm gonna vote for Biden. And I said, but you agree with Biden? No, I don't. Then why are you voting for Biden? Because I can't vote for Trump. Then don't fucking vote. Why are you gonna vote for someone you don't agree with just because you can't vote for the other? And then the same person says, well, yeah, but if you vote for Trump, you're automatically a racist. What in the world did you just say? It was retarded. But anyway, I think that was the subjects we wanted to touch on. Did you guys want to touch on anything else? Adrian, you looking anything up on there that you find interesting?
I was looking for the Elon Musk, but
that's what it was.
Yeah. Well, he also said that. Yeah, did we have anything else on the notes?
I don't. If I take it off, I'll take my backdrop.
It was just a lot of economic stuff.
Yeah. Oh well.
Gus, keep us entertained, dog.
Oh, Gus, tell me a joke. Eggs are up 60%.
What did Cinderella say?
41. But
what did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
Oh my god.
Oh man. So I guess that's all we were gonna cover. This is fun, guys. I love doing this shit. I really, really, really want this to work out and get some following, get people to watch us. Everything we do on here is genuine. There's no script. No one's telling me what to say, what to post. I don't have a social media manager that's telling me, hey, you need to talk about this, you need to talk about that. It wouldn't be a bad idea to hire one, but what I'm trying to get at with this is that this is literally who I fucking am. This is who we are. We're not scripted by anybody. No one's telling us what we should and shouldn't post. I hope you guys like what we're doing here. And if you do, like I said, follow us on all social medias, on all platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
By the time this comes out, will the raffle be done?
Yeah, by this time the raffle will already be gone, but we'll do another.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the lucky winner of how big is the TV?
Well, I would hope that you're watching this.
Well, how big is the TV?
65-inch.
That's it.
4K.
65-inch 4K
4K.
HD TV.
4K.
4K.
Okay.
4K TV.
4K, baby.
So you'll be able to watch this in 4K because we do upload in 4K.
All right, next, let us know if you guys have any special guests that you guys would like for us to bring on,
or topics,
guests. We're having a lot of conversations with people to really continue for them to share their story, how they came up, what made them successful, where they are now, what their next purpose is in life. I feel like that's really the podcast that I like to listen to. That's what inspires me. That's why I'm grateful Edgar made this podcast. I don't know what this guy's doing here, but. But yeah, guys, happy second week of the new year. Continue to kill it.
It's third week now. By the time they listen to this, third week.
Third week.
But it's what we love doing. And what's up?
I'm grateful to be here. First of all,
I'm glad you're here.
Thank you guys for the opportunity.
Even if Adrian don't want you here, dog, I want you.
I'm working on.
It's okay. You know what? At the end of the day, his is irrelevant.
I'm working on coming out of my shell a little bit more, guys. So keep you guys in.
Has it even
just keep watching so you can see my growth.
Yeah, no, both of us.
No, but anyway, we're doing this, and I think that time is very valuable. We're taking some time out of our day to actually put some content together for you guys. So I hope that you guys enjoy what we're talking about and the topics that we bring you guys in. And like I said, it's just our perspective, our points of views, and just spend a little time with us. That's pretty much it. That's all we're asking.
Yeah, the next one will be better. We'll try to do like a quick 30-minute.
This was too long.
30-minute weekly headlines, topics.
Quicker.
Bakersfield news, U.S. headlines, shit like that. So
yeah, at the end of the day, guys, like I said, it's real important that you guys share this to a friend too. Hope you guys like it, and we have some badass guests coming. If you guys haven't seen the Sterling Hills episode, Alejandro, Craig,
Ricky on here,
Craig Gradowitz.
No promises.
Yeah, I know. We might have a few other people that I haven't really set a date with, but the other ones that we have online, it's gonna be amazing. So stay tuned. This is only gonna keep getting better. I think we are progressing every single week. The style of interviewing and the people that we're bringing on. Seriously, guys. This time I'm committed. I'm determined. We're gonna make this pop off. And I'm glad you guys are watching. If you made it to this point, I appreciate you. Send me a message. Follow me at the Edgar Perez, Adrian at the Adrian Zuniga, and Gus at Gus Garcia. No, my agent Gus. You need to change that.
No, I like it.
No,
it's easy.
No, you can't. But what if you were ever not our agent?
That's fine. Right now, you know what matters is right now, Edgar. So right now, I'm
That is true.
Right now, I'm an agent. So
That's true.
right now, I'm your agent. I'm my agent. Agent.
Last thing, I'm gonna end every episode.
You always say fucking last thing, agent. You always drag this shit.
I'm gonna end every episode with a quote.
Hold on, I'm trying to see.
You always drag this shit, agent.
I'm gonna end every episode with a quote. All right, it's by Ayn Rand. To live, man must hold three things as the supreme and ruling values of his life: reason, purpose, and self-esteem.
¿Se acabó?
Is that it or?
Sonos.
¿Se acabó?